They were young, stunning, and on the brink of greatness, Hollywood's next shining stars.
I love what I'm doing so much. I feel so able to do a good job that's what makes me, I think, stay here.
Their names were destined to light up marquees, music charts, and silver screens. But fate had other plans.
Actress Rebecca Schaeffer was shot to death Tuesday in the doorway of her Los Angeles apartment.
Actress Sae Ron was found dead at her home yesterday,
Ripping their lives from their loved ones far too soon. This is the story of actresses who died tragically young in their 20s. Dorothy Stratten's life was a meteoric rise, an ethereal beauty who captivated the world as Playboy's 1980 Playmate of the Year. Born in Vancouver in 1960, she transformed from a shy Dairy Queen employee into an emerging star.
Are you really shy, sensitive, and romantic?
Yes, I'm getting over my shyness as fast. But I am very sensitive and I'm very romantic.
But beneath the glamour there was a dark shadow. Her husband, Paul Snider, whose obsessive control over her success became a deadly trap. On August 14, 1980, Dorothy, distancing herself from Snider, was lured to their former apartment. There, in a jealous rage, Snider sexually assaulted and murdered her before taking his own life. She was just 20 years old. Her death is a haunting reminder of fame's dark side, the price of beauty and success, where admiration can quickly turn to obsession. Dorothy's story, immortalized in films like Star 80, stands as a tragic symbol of the destructive power of control, leaving behind a lost promise of stardom forever extinguished.
Actress Rebecca Schaeffer was shot to death Tuesday in the doorway of her Los Angeles apartment.
Rebecca Schaeffer was the embodiment of unfulfilled potential, a radiant young actress whose smile promised a future filled with greatness. Born in Eugene, Oregon in 1967, she soared from teen model to Hollywood's girl next door, captivating hearts as Patty Russell on My Sister Sam. By 1989, her career was poised for stardom, with roles like The Godfather 3 on the horizon. But fame's dark undercurrent was quick to claim her. On July 18, 1989, Rebecca opened her door in West Hollywood, expecting a courier but finding Robert John Bardo, a fan whose obsession had twisted into lethal entitlement. Armed with her personal information, which he had obtained through a private investigator, Bardo shot her point blank in the chest, taking her life at just 21.
Left, squirted up, and she's just screaming. She's going, why? Why?
Her death shattered Hollywood, sparking the nation's first anti-stalking laws. Yet the irony is unbearable. Rebecca's light was extinguished forever, her promise cut short by a fan's madness that no law could save her from. Aaliyah Houghton was a force of nature, a voice that transcended time, a talent ahead of its era. Born in Brooklyn in 1979, raised in Detroit, she began her ascent as a teenager, blending hip-hop, soul, and pop into a sound all her own. By 22, she had already released 3 groundbreaking albums, starred in Romeo Must Die, and set trends that would echo through music and fashion. Her final album, just weeks before her death, hinted at a future full of brilliance yet to be realized.
The plane, just after taking off for Florida in perfect weather, suddenly plummeted to the ground. Along with 8 passengers, Aaliyah, a young Brooklyn native and a talented singer and actress.
On August 25, 2001, after filming Rock the Boat in the Bahamas, Aaliyah boarded a small Cessna plane, overloaded with passengers and cargo. Despite warnings about the weight limit and her own hesitation to fly, almost as if sensing something ominous, she was coaxed into boarding. Moments after takeoff, the plane crashed, killing all 9 aboard. Investigations revealed shocking negligence, a cocaine-fueled, unqualified pilot with falsified records and a deadly disregard for safety. Aaliyah's death is a haunting tragedy, a star extinguished at her peak. Her legacy lives on, but the question lingers. What might she have become? Hollywood fell in love with Dominique Dunne, the young actress who captivated audiences in Poltergeist. Born on November 23, 1959, in Santa Monica, California, she caught the industry's attention with roles in Chips and The Initiation of Sarah. But who knows? Behind the scenes, Dominique struggled with an abusive relationship with John Sweeney, a chef whose controlling behavior led to violence. Despite her attempts to end the toxic relationship, she found herself drawn back into his orbit. On October 30, 1982, just months after her breakout role, Sweeney arrived uninvited at her West Hollywood home, pleading for reconciliation. When Dominique refused, his rage spiraled into something deadly. He strangled her in the driveway, leaving her lifeless body to fall into a coma. 5 days later, at just 22, Dominique was gone. Her killer served less than 4 years, with the jury claiming the crime was done in the heat of passion, an unjust verdict that shattered any sense of justice. Dominique's death casts an unshakable shadow, a haunting reminder of her stolen future. The cruel irony is undeniable. An actress who once portrayed terror on screen became its victim in real life. Dominique never got to finish the career that had barely begun. August Ames, born Mercedes Grabowski on August 23, 1994 in Nova Scotia, Canada, soared to fame as a celebrated adult film star, gracing over 270 films and earning countless accolades. But beneath the glittering surface of success lay a life scarred by unspeakable pain. A childhood of sexual abuse and neglect left her fighting bipolar disorder and depression, silent battles she bravely discussed yet couldn't escape, forever haunted by the stigma surrounding her work. In December 2017, Ames became the target of relentless, venomous online harassment after tweeting about her choice not to work with a performer who had done gay scenes, a decision she explained as a personal health precaution. The backlash was swift and unforgiving, filled with accusations of homophobia and gut-wrenching taunts urging her to end her life. And just 2 days later, on December 5th, at the age of 23, Ames succumbed to the darkness and died by Her death sent shockwaves through the adult entertainment industry and the world beyond, sparking raw conversations on mental health, cyberbullying, and the ravaging effects of cancel culture. Brutal reminder of how easily adoration can turn to cruelty, how words can kill just as surely as weapons. In the spotlight since childhood, Sulli was a K-pop princess, actress, and model, an icon who seemed to have it all. Born Choi Jin-ri on March 29, 1994, she became a trailblazer in South Korea's entertainment industry. Debuting as a child actress at 11, she rose to global fame as a member of FX in 2009, helping to elevate K-pop worldwide. But her boldness came at a devastating cost. Sulli became the target of relentless cyberbullying. Her refusal to conform to societal expectations, like not wearing a bra, sparking outrage in South Korea's conservative culture. Leaving FX for solo projects didn't shield her. In fact, her openness about mental health and her fierce stance against cyberbullying painted an even bigger target on her back.
Singer and actress Sulli, a former member of the K-pop girl band FX, was found dead Monday afternoon.
Tragically, on October 14, 2019, Sulli was found dead at 25. Her passing ruled exacerbated by the toxic fan culture she had long criticized. Sulli's legacy remains a bittersweet reminder of the price of standing alone against a society determined to silence dissent. Sharon Tate was a vision of promise, a rising actress, model, and Hollywood darling. Born on January 24, 1943 in Dallas, Texas, her beauty and charm opened doors, earning her roles in films like Valley of the Dolls and a Golden Globe nomination. By 1968, she was married to director Roman Polanski, expecting their first child. At 26, Sharon seemed to have it all: love, success, and a future full of potential. But on August 9, 1969, that future was shattered in an unimaginable act of horror. Charles Manson sent his followers to Tate's home on Cielo Drive with orders to kill everyone as gruesomely as you can. The violence began outside with the murder of Stephen Parent. Inside, Sharon and her guests, Jay Sebring, Abigail Folger, and Wojciech Frykowski, were tortured. Sharon, 8 months pregnant, begged for mercy, but was stabbed 16 times. Before leaving, Atkins wrote "PIG" on the door in Tate's blood. Her death, brutal and senseless, forever turned Sharon from a star into a symbol of innocence lost. Lucy Gordon had Hollywood at her feet. Born on May 22, 1980 in Oxford, England, she was a model at 17 before transitioning effortlessly into acting. Roles in Perfume, 2001, The Four Feathers, 2002, and Spider-Man 3, 2007, showcased her depth and range, earning her critical acclaim, setting her break into international fame. Yet behind her radiant smile, Lucy battled hidden darkness. In 2009, she embodied Jane Birkin in Gainsbourg, a heroic life, a role that mirrored her own gentle spirit. Just days before her 29th birthday, tragedy struck. On May 20th, 2009, Lucy was found dead in her Paris apartment, her life cut short by 2 notes were left behind, one for her family, another for funeral arrangements, revealing the depth of her despair. Her passing shook the world, a haunting reminder that even the brightest stars can fade in silence. Virginia Rappe was a rising star in Hollywood's silent film era, but in death, she became a whisper of rumors and scandal. Born on July 7, 1891 in Chicago, she overcame a troubled childhood to become a successful model and actress. By her mid-20s, Rappe starred in films like His Musical Sneeze, 1916, and Paradise Garden, 1917, earning praise for her striking looks and vibrant energy. She wasn't just an actress. She also advocated for women's rights, promoting equal clothing rights, and designing fashion pieces showcased at the 1915 World's Fair. But her promising career was shattered in September 1921. After attending a party hosted by comedian Roscoe "Fatty" Arbuckle, Rappe fell ill and died from peritonitis caused by a ruptured bladder. The ensuing media frenzy turned her death into a scandal, with accusations of sexual assault, leading to a public trial that destroyed Arbuckle's career. Yet Virginia's legacy was overshadowed, her life reduced to whispers and rumors, leaving her story hauntingly unresolved. She came to Hollywood chasing a dream but became one of its darkest legends. Born on July 29, 1924 in Boston, Elizabeth Short's early years were shaped by abandonment and longing. Her father vanished when she was 5, staging his disappearance as a... Plagued by asthma and bronchitis, she sought refuge in warmer climates, spending winters in Florida before chasing her dream of stardom in Los Angeles. Once in Hollywood, 18-year-old Elizabeth's dreams quickly soured. Her reunion with her father was brief and cold, and she was soon left to fend for herself in a city that promised stardom but offered only fleeting jobs and failed relationships. She never made it big. Her name never appeared on the silver screen, until the news broke. On January 15, 1947, her body was discovered, mutilated, and drained of blood, her face eerily carved into a smile. Dubbed the Black Dahlia by the press for her dark hair and clothing, Elizabeth became a symbol of Hollywood's darkest truths. Her murder remains one of Los Angeles' most infamous unsolved cases, a haunting legacy of innocence lost and dreams extinguished beneath the city's glimmering facade. Sae Ron was a rising star, her talent and beauty captivating audiences from childhood. A prodigy born on July 31, 2000 in Seoul, she earned acclaim for her raw performances in A Brand New Life and The Man from Nowhere. Yet beneath her brilliance, the pressures of fame took a toll. In May 2022, a drunk driving incident shattered her career and left her deep in debt. The relentless public backlash and growing personal struggles pushed her into a dark spiral. On February 16, 2025, at just 24, Sae Ron was found dead in her Seoul apartment. Her death ruled a timing that only deepened the mystery. Weeks earlier, a scandal erupted involving the beloved actor Kim Soo-hyun, whose alleged relationship with Sae Ron when she was just 15 further fueled the public's wrath. Her tragic end serves as a haunting reminder of the industry's cruelty and its failure to protect its stars, leaving behind a legacy forever marked by sorrow and unspoken pain. They were meant to have decades to create, to shine, to live. Yet fate proved both cruel and impatient. Some were taken by violence, others by tragedy, and some by silent battles fought alone. One thing remains certain: they are forever young. The world will always wonder, what could they have become? Which of these stories touched you the most? Do you know of another young talent taken too soon? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, some legacies may be short, but true beauty and talent never fade.